Hello everyone and welcome back to the Dutch campaign on version 11.4. Now the reason this is called version 11.4 as well, if anyone was wondering, is because this is the kind of dev version of the game. So I've been playing that version, and version 12 I think will be available relatively soon. Holy shit, Norway. Norway. You mad lads. Like... That is hardcore. Also, I like the fact that it's not just Norwegian troops. It's there's some Belgian boys over there, which is kind of fun. Now the Soviet Union is getting its behind kicked. However, it's December and they still hold Leningrad, which is a pretty good sign. You know, if they can carry on holding that, then things will be in a good place. They haven't lost Kursk, and they're pretty far off from Moscow. So compared to the kind of last campaign, I would say that they're doing relatively well. This is somewhat concerning, though it looks like they did get a little encirclement in this region. So as long as they can hold the marshy kind of terrain in this area and stop them from kind of getting together, then that's all things pretty considered. Now, the reason we jumped up back into the game is because we are now at war with Japan. They have just declared war on us, and well, it's a little bit concerning, to be completely honest with you. I think we have probably enough forces. So, you know, in the wake of kind of the loss that we took, I think we probably had about 18 manpower left in kind of reserve. So we've built up 8 in kind of the 8 months or so since the fall of the mainland. But we did manage, as you saw in the other episode, to get a fair amount of our forces out, and they've all recovered to kind of full fighting strength. Now, we have some torpedo boats to kind of act as a fast scouting force, and we have some ships to attempt to try to fight off any form of landing, but I wouldn't say we've got anything kind of too unbelievable. And in fact, I'm actually going to create another kind of sitting force to try, if we can. You know, we've got about 15 combat ships plus the modal torpedo boats. And then we've got a pretty sizable submarine force. So submarine-wise, we've got about all in. We've got about, so we've got the fleets here. We've got 1, 2 here. So, and then we've got another submarine force building down there. But active fleets at the moment, we've got about, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. God, should be better. 11. So 33. 33 submarines. And what I have done is I've actually upgraded the majority of them to the latest models. Now what that means is we've already sunk, just in literally the first 4 days, about 10 merchant marine convoys. And in World War II, a little known fact is that the Dutch kind of submarine corps, I don't want to call it... you know, kind of the U-boat corps, so to speak, is one of the most kind of effective, I think, given the size of the submarine forces in World War II, historically. I think they really did record some quite ridiculously good numbers. Now, in the meantime, I have also unlocked the unrestricted submarine warfare. So our submarines, doctrinally, are probably at the best they can be. And if we look at our tech, we're broadly at the best we can be really on this as well. The only one I've debated is whether or not to get support submarine, but I need to kind of make them as good as possible. But the idea will be, can we just do a huge amount of damage to our enemies over there? Now, oh, bloody hell, I forgot I even set these. That feels like a long time ago. To be fair, we did try, you know, like our defensive line really did hold out a lot. We were the last European presence on the mainland, apart from Norway. Although it seems like in this version, pulling off Norway for Germany is pretty difficult and might be worth getting a little bit of help because, yeah, the Norwegians go fucking ham, it seems, in every game. So they don't need much help, is what I'm trying to say, to survive. So, yeah, you see, this is what I like. You know, if we can sink... Effectively, if we can destroy the Japanese merchant marine with our submarine corps, I would be Well, very happy with that. I would see that as a big win. And, I mean, we do have very powerful submarines to do that. I mean, I'm not that familiar with how effective they are, but a visibility of 5.5 seems pretty good. I don't know what to compare that to. Like, if I was to compare that to this one here... 5.3. I guess because they're slightly smaller, therefore they're less visible. That makes sense. Yeah, you see, these are all at like max level, so it's difficult to know about that. But hey, a visibility of 5 doesn't sound like a lot, so... Now, we are also losing a few things ourselves, but we do have over 300 convoys, which is pretty impressive. And it's mainly this trade route here, so if I wanted to... What trade is that? Yeah, because these are all like standard ones. You know, we can hold off that for a while, and I can always build some more convoys if I need to. The rate of loss isn't going to be massive, I would imagine. And I'm very interested to see what they send our way. Direct fire unit training of 42, sure. We're doing pre-calculating artillery at the moment. See, I don't have any mechanized, so it doesn't seem that worth doing that. Anything in Blitzkrieg? I mean, elastic defense? Could be good. I mean, is there anything else? We do need to try and improve our planes a bit more, so we could get going on that, because we nearly got the outdated planes modifier. So... Okay, so our Sabang Boston convoy has been under attack and lost 2 escorts. Sabang Boston convoy has been under attack and lost 3 escorts. So that's Sabang Boston. I imagine that we must have some sort of trade with the USA. So, 0.8. If I was to remove these... How does that run now? Because I just want to get rid of the Boston trades, because they got to go this way, and that's directly in the path of kind of Japan. Okay, so we do start losing a little bit of metal, but hopefully we can replace that trade with someone in this direction that will help us a little bit. Now, Britain is going really badly. After they lost all of the troops that they lost, it does look like they've rebuilt some of their forces at least, which is good. And they managed to get some of them out. So, all positive. Oh, perfect. So they have started pushing against the Italians. That's what I wanted to see. I'm a little bit worried about this, though. So, if we look at their forces over here, they have nothing, is the long and short of it. So, some concerns. Okay, so still doing very well on the old convoy raiding. Now, I wish we had some more naval commanders, to be honest, and I'm hoping for Seawolf on these guys, because we don't exactly have many Seawolves. Okay, engineer unit training, so we can do bridging equipment, which will be worthwhile. Yeah, and I'm not going to do that, I'm afraid. We can lose a little bit of energy. So let's go here, so that's good. Same thing here, we can really cause some problems if we're careful about things. And yeah, our coastal subs have nearly made it down. Yeah, this is a lot of kills. Have we... 8? 9? Oh, there we go. So yeah, but we want to avoid... Oh, that's an Australian ship? Okay. Okay, so there are some kills that we can get in this region, apparently. So, I wonder how visible these are. 6.1, so I mean, our ships are less visible than, you know, a lot of things. 6.1 seems... I don't know if that's good or bad, but it seems fairly good. And then the aim will be to try and hold out as the Dutch East Indies for long enough for us to maybe join the Reconquista, possibly, of the mainland. Or we could maybe do something with Japan, but the problem is manpower. That's the real issue. So, but we can do our limited kind of strike backs with as I say, these ships. Okay, and we are losing a little bit to convoy raiding, but not much at all. Let's say it would be better if we had a couple of extra ships, but unfortunately we don't. Now, we can, with these guys, do a little bit of passive convoy raiding into the straits over here, because this will level this up. And hopefully we can take something like... Well, if they take Singapore, we can turn it into a bit of a submarine death trap. So far, so good. Now, if they do land over here, we may need to consider a bit of a tactical withdrawal from Borneo to kind of reinforce our islands around here, but I'm happy to kind of lose... I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of victory points over here. That's the only problem, right? Is we're kind of giving up these. But, you know, our major victory points, yeah, Batavia, Tinjap, Samarang, Oosthaven... Yeah, we need to hold... Yeah, we're right to concentrate on these islands. Okay, and our sinking rate still continues. Don't want to trade with the Canadians. Okay, a couple of things there. Can keep the engineer one going. And we will want to get the small arms and things to be improved pretty soon. But yes, I hope everyone's doing well. The series has been quite well received as well, and I'm happy about that. I like these smaller campaigns. They can be quite fun. You know, they can be a little bit different. You know, something... Ah, the Brits have brought over a battleship. Okay. Well, I'm very intrigued to see how that does. You know, if they can... Dominican... No. If they can keep that safe, there's some possible upsides there. What do you think, Mr. No sign of the enemy yet. Okay, so... Got a sinking over in that direction, but that's okay. And the first kind of attack towards a unit there, Penang. Kamalupa, Kukai, Malacca. So they've set up some sort of defensive barrier, although that isn't going to do anything. That's not really much of a defense either. They need to get some ships in, although they're moving up some aircraft carriers and things. So they're doing something. I would imagine the Brits have pretty much wiped out the forces over there. The only thing I would say is that the Turkey, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Yemen axis that's been built over here is a real problem. Right, and they'll get the spawn. In fact, that might be the Africa Corps there. But, no, it's not. They've got... it might be. Difficult to tell. It depends how the German AI has set things up, but... Yeah, that's not going to be an easy win. Okay. And this still looks promising over here. Though they are starting to surround it. In fact, they've actually managed to push back a little bit over here, which is interesting. Okay, it looks like we just managed to sink a Japanese ship with our motor torpedo boats. So I will take that. That's bloody good news. What is in here? Come on. Forgot to unpause then. Okay, nothing of any consequence. Can't see what's here either. Okay, and how goes our long range are looking okay as well. We've been in active combat for, you know, a couple of weeks and not had any anyone get pissy with us yet. With Britain? Are you high? You're holding Hong Kong and actively pushing out from it? Okay, Britain. Interesting. Don't you think these units, okay, these units here, don't you think these units here might be better served over here? Right? Where you can actually possibly defend things. No? Sure. Why would they be? Okay, so they're sending a pretty effective Nepalese unit over there. A couple of additional divisions. You need more than this. I know from experience. Right, Bank for International Settlements. I think we will go industry again. There's no harm in it, and it gets us a little bit of a benefit. And we are building submarines. Out the wazoo. In fact, we're actually nearly out of the name submarines. Okay, special operations and training at 44. I think we're probably okay to start doing some of these. We've got a very decent officer ratio still, so that's something. And I see a light carrier. So, some DDs. This is a bit like when I do a campaign. Kula Balat and Bandar Surge Begavan. These kind of areas up here become a major naval base. Okay. Well, colour me unimpressed, Japan. I kind of thought you would have come to play, but you've not come to play. I expected more from you. And any chance that they've... no, we're still scoring a great many kills over here between us and the Brits. Union Atoll Pass continues to be a nightmare place for submariners. And yeah, we will do that trade with you, Norway. Don't suppose anyone else wants to trade metal, do they? Okay, our ships didn't get involved in the combat, so that's good. And I'm hoping we get some more commanders in 1942. Could do with some air commanders, to be honest. So we do have our air force set up, but as you can see, we've got a lot of guys that don't have anything, and you're meant to be repairing. Why are you not repairing? Come on. What's happening? Repair 2 units a day. It should be well and truly going. Yeah, don't want to do that one. And there's the outdated planes effect again. Okay, short-term investment we will do. We'll do economic spying. And then no laws. Aha! Yes, some more. Okay. So we will get you into place there. And we will get you into place here. Let's get you back home. And let's get you back into situ as well. Yeah, you've got a commander, you've got a commander, you've got a commander. Yep, so we've got mostly all of our commanders sorted. So Ah, we don't even need to do that. Let's put the convoy patrol raiding thing back on over here. Because we can just do it while they're at sea. Okay, and Strahlen can take them. So that gives another couple of commanders, which is good. Did we get any worthwhile army commanders? No, not really. Not ahead of what we already had. And... ah, we did. Okay, so you... yeah, you're going to go over there. And we're going to give you to these guys. Okay, so we've now got a fully kitted out Air Force. With commanders. Good. Okay, can't complain. Politics-wise then. None of them appeal. Actually, we want ideally that guy out. We want a this IC person. We should have had him before. And yeah, that's all okay. So you're compassionate gentleman. Yeah, that's okay. Let's get the industrial specialist actually. And we can get land organization. Territorial pride is probably worthwhile with the land organization and the national manpower modifier. We actually want the convoy raid efficiency at the moment. And we have more light aircraft than anything else, so we're going to get more of these dudes in to get us the best possible units. And I think that was a naval victory over there. Okay. Yeah, we want to upgrade those. Okay, that's actually given us a few things. So we've got another 5 IC left over. Now, there's not a lot we can really do with that. Could build another division, but yes. So Panama Canal, late war. So we just get some extra stuff. We've got 2 there. Let's do both of these. Bring that officer ratio down to its minimum. And put a little bit more in supplies. 47 a day. That's not bad. That's effective. Okay. Queen Elizabeth taking on 2 battleships. Our submarines have gotten caught up in this, which isn't exactly how I would like it to be. We could... can you reach that far? You cannot. Okay, that's a shame. Let's watch the battle, see if our submarines can do anything. So they've got a very good effective positioning. I mean, that was a pretty indecisive battle. Submarines didn't take that many casualties, which is good. And there we go, we've just been attacked. So, we've got a naval landing force here. Now, we could go to try and intercept it. Or we could try and hold this off for now. We've got a battle at Balikpan and Tarakan. So, we've got no commander in place for the Kaigan here. We've got a pretty decent dug-in defense modifier. And they're taking relatively large losses. I'm not sure what is attacking us. We could scout it out, or we could try and maybe go and take it out. Let's try and go for a takeout on it. Now our naval bombers could relocate over here. And we could do a little bit of naval strike. Okay, looks like we are going to beat this back. And looks like we will beat this back as well. Okay, not bad. Got a single infantry division over here. Now, I do kind of want to make sure the Brits don't lose this part of the world. Because if they get in force over here, we're going to have trouble. And we might actually kind of beat that battle before they finish up. Or before our ships get there, effectively. Okay. Let's see if we can, like, organize and get to them. Let's immediately counterattack. We want to beat this. Right, we lost the Battle of Gresnik. Okay. Let's take you that way. And immediately do a counterattack option there. We can support attack here. Okay, they're trying to break in there, but they're not going to. Okay, we can move back to Batavia here with these forces. It's only one unit with one width. Okay, so they have made landfall here. But we're going to beat that back. We will leave this division behind and we'll move you around. You will attack here. And we'll use Cox to help over there as well. Right, just won that battle. Good. Yeah, let's do a little bit of ground attack. And yeah, you can attack in 52 hours, that's good. Don't need to do the introduction help. Okay. Now it would be lovely if we could maybe finish up this battle a little bit quicker. And I would like to go handle that down there. Okay, we've got Raqqa. Okay, we managed to take out a transport ship. Nothing wrong with that. That's pretty good going. No, I don't suppose... infrastructure-wise, yeah. We can ball neck them over there. And then there we go, we can ground attack into here. Put the final nail in the coffin. Yeah, so that's less good, I'll admit. See what's there. Yeah, so a light cruiser isn't going to be particularly good for us. Let's take that out there. Good. And then we can move back around. Okay, so we just lost another division here. Let's see if we can't head that off. Yeah, that's a shame. I would rather have not lost that, but we will make it work. We need to try if we can and kind of hold back and beat back this before they get troops in. None of these units are going particularly well, and that's a decent little win there. Let's go for it. Like, how are you looking? Not bad. Fuel for money, none of those is worthwhile. Okay, so this is not too bad. We can hold this off if this is how it's gonna go. Let's use our bombers to good effect over there. And yeah, we're about to, haha. Let's get the Peel Division in for a little bit of support as well. Okay, Naval HQ at 1940. You know, we'll let that carry on forwards. Okay, we just managed to beat the detachment there, and I'm kind of tempted, once we clear out this area, if we can maybe go up north and help clear out the area up there, that would be even better. Right, a synthetic plant. We can buy everything we need from the global market. Victory at Milan. We can support attack over here as well. Okay, and I am somewhat tempted to bring over the mercenary unit we have and bring them in to do a little bit of damage around here. Because we could just do with landing some more troops in this part of the world. And another division coming from the north would easily crack this. Okay, not bad. Well, that's not how you do a landing. Okay, we lost our first submarines. That is very sad. But what we can do instead is we can move over to here We can replace them with a new submarine group. Dorman's ready to go. Okay, we just did motorization of cavalry, which I don't think we have any cavalry, but if we did, they'd be motorized. Okay, and we did just lose a battle, but not by much. Get that 23rd. I think we're going to start over here, actually, because we've got a unit moving down this way from here. We can send a division this way. We've got you going over there. You can act as a blocker. We've got a blocker here. This is the most difficult place for them to get to. And we're still not near capitulation. And cautious attack. Why are we doing cautious attack? Neutral. I don't like that. What just ran into us? Okay, we can lend a hand here. Let's try and take out these ships. Okay, good. Now, I want to load up a troop into here, and then I want to transport them over there. Okay, we did lose the Dorita, which is not great, but we might have just sunk another 2 destroyers for the loss, so something. Let's move it to here. And then let's take you and get you into position over here. Okay. Then similarly, I think we want to get ideally probably a division from over here, or a couple, and get them involved. And we're going to take a forward-facing defense over here. Okay, so we've got an extra unit over there. Ugh. Not good. Okay, so they're not exactly a well-known force. That's just an assault ship. So they haven't made a movement over here yet. Okay, first month. Other than losing kind of the midpoint over here, which is not ideal. Things are not looking that bad. We're going to take another 2 divisions from here and get them over here so that we can effectively set up a little cordon in this part of the world. Well, that's an actual Japanese unit. And our forces are outgunned. Not good. Right, let's do a bit of ground attack. Yeah, and I would imagine that 2 divisions will be broadly helpful enough. Let's move them down into this part of the world. So yeah, we're leaving this island a little bit under threat, but I doubt they'll get to it before we can move up some supporting forces. Voost, yeah, should be able to attack again in 66 hours. Key thing is we want to be able to push to take that and then move behind this unit. So hold this to move behind. That's going to be the key thing. And 30 hours. Okay, so we can now learn some of their doctrinal stuff from the US. And I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we've learnt a fair amount of their doctrinal stuff. Come on, game. Be better. Okay. You're going to try and defend there. There is a crossing at Banco, which is not good. Right, we're going to move a division over in this direction, and we're going to move a division over here. And they want to build some of our submarines, and I mean, who can blame them? And did we just gain deep battle or something? We gained something on deep battle. Don't ask me what it was, but it was something. So moving up Dames and Cox. Cox is an offensive general, so that should be useful for him. We've made a little bit of resources. And yeah, we are losing the island over here, but it's not the end of the world. And I could have sworn... Ah, yes, we did. Yes, there it is. So if we want to do a bit of ground attack with our fighter bombers over here, we can. And we just managed to take Natal, or move into position at Natal. So 60 hours before you can attack, but hopefully you can defend long enough before that. So 87, that's not too bad. Yep, you're moving on up. There is a division group there. And we can move you up onto Palembang. So, Hood, Renown, Repulse versus Matusu and Hiryu. There is a carrier in support, but it is only the Eagle. While submarines are in place. Did they manage to get any kills? Did manage to destroy a destroyer. Well, hey. Destroy a destroyer. Okay, 21 hours there. And we're moving these guys up very quickly. Fuhrer Directive 40 to build defenses. And how's Germany looking? So still hasn't taken Leningrad. It's lost ground in the south. Substantial ground in the south, actually. Good. And yeah, we're still moving into position. Can nearly counterattack there, and aha, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Now, I don't suppose you fine gentlemen, yeah, you could do a little bit of ground attack, and I imagine that your ground attack strength is minuscule. But hey, I guess every little might help. Good port strike. That's port strike. Ooh. We could sink those. I'm less happy about that. That's I think we just lost another sub, which is not so good. Right, I see another British unit has landed. And I want to see more arriving, to be honest. Like, they need to try and hold that at least until, like, early 1942, sorry, like, late 1942, if they can. Okay. Right, so I see another submarine now to replace some of the losses. Nearly made it, and Cox is nearly in a position to attack. Like, he's going to be in this position to move on here. So he can attack in 68 hours. And our infantry is beating this back. How goes our attack over here? Yep, we're beating back those paratroopers. And port striking some ships into oblivion. Come on, Cox, 35 hours. Right, let's move up. Move up our bomber squads over here, because we want a ground attack there if we can. 17 hours, that is not long. Okay, a little counterattack. Over a river. Okay, so we've had a unit break at Demai. That's not good. Ideally, I would rather that didn't happen. It's going to be a fair amount of time before that unit's back at combat effectiveness. Oh. And I think that's time for me to end the episode, everyone. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Hearts of Iron 3. I think we're going to handle the invasion, although I'm a little bit worried about a few areas. I think we can definitely take back these British locations and then make a move elsewhere. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next episode. Thanks again. Bye-bye.